Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. We are going to take a quick look at the mono black starter deck known as Graveyard Bash. Here we go. We'll give this a quick edit and we'll get a look at the cards that come with it, and we'll see how it's going to want to play. Actually, I played this deck a few games in when I was just starting out. When I was just starting out and I was brand new to the game. This deck's got some synergy. Works out kind of well, and you can sneak away with a few wins. And it's kind of fun, as an aside. Comes with 2 Diregraf Ghouls, which is a 1-drop 2/2, comes into play tapped. Great on turn 1. Not great any other turn, really. Skulduggery is kind of cool. Until end of turn, target creature gets +1/+1 that you control, and a creature that an opponent controls gets -1/-1. That's a great combat juke. You can sneak away with a lot of kills that way. Doomed Dissenter is a 2-casting 1/1. Super sticky. So you drop him down, and nobody wants to kill him because he spits out a 2/2. So you got a 1/1 for a while if that's the case. A Walking Corpse is a 2-casting 2/2. Again, not great, but it is a zombie. And the Diregraf Ghoul is also a zombie, which gets buffed from the Death Baron. And you get 2 of those. And that could be... I mean, you could easily upgrade this deck with some rares just by making more Death Barons. You get a Deathbloom Thallid, which is super out of place here, but it's fine because when it dies, you get a token. A Hired Blade is neat. It's got flash, so for 3 you can drop a 3/2 and sneak in and do a block or something else. I might take this out in favor of 2 more Death Barons if I was upgrading this deck right now, but we're going to play it as it comes just to see how it plays through and what the win conditions are going to be. 3 murders. I like murder. It's a great removal because it's not conditional. Destroy target creature. The only thing that can prevent a murder is indestructible, which is out there, but whatever. Skymarch Bloodletter, which is a vampire. Now, I would rather these be zombies rather than vampires. Later on, as you play through the game, you do get a vampire/life gain deck, so you can do some combining of these guys. But when he comes into play, target opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life, with the added benefit that's it's as a flyer. So it's actually a pretty good card. Gravedigger is kind of neat. When Gravedigger enters the battlefield, you can return a target creature card from your graveyard to your hand for 4 mana. I wish it came to the battlefield, but that's, wish in one hand or whatever they say. Infectious Horror is kind of cool. When Infectious Horror attacks, each opponent loses 2 life. That's a lot of pressure. So if you attack with it, the moment you attack, it goes on the stack, and then they've got to resolve that. So it's a pretty good card. Strangling Spores is just straight up removal, -3/-3. Does not work on indestructible creatures also. They will go to minus whatever, they can go negative in their toughness and not die. Open the Graves is fabulous. Whenever a non-token creature dies, create a token. That's great. Rise from the Graves is like the sorcery version of Open the Graves. So you... oh, no, that's not true at all. Rise from the Graves returns a creature. It's like a sorcery version of Gravedigger. I'm sorry. So it'll go return a creature from your graveyard. Any graveyard? Yeah, this works with any graveyard to the battlefield. So you could nuke somebody else's creature and then snag it. And Vampire Sovereign. This is like a 5-casting 3/4 flying with Sovereign's Bite. They lose 3 life. You gain 3 life. Yargle. It's a 4-casting 9/3 or 5-casting 9/3. This is kind of scary. So if you drop this in the early games that you're about to play with some people, they'll freak out. But really, 3 damage kills it. It's pretty weak. And a Gravewaker. Return target card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. That's kind of cool. Our target creature. So it's expensive, but I mean, Gravewaker itself is a 6-casting 5/5 flying. And you don't have to wait. So if you have tons of mana for whatever reason, you could just Gravewaker. You could, if you have, here's the 8-card combo, right? If you have Open the Graves down, you've got a Gravewalker in play, and you've got like Doomed Dissenter, okay? You could like let him die over and over again, and then use your Gravewalker to return the Doomed Dissenter to the battlefield. Every time he dies, he makes a token. There are much better ways to do this in the game, but for starters, like that's a thing. So let's play it. Let's give it a shot. Let's see if we can't get some of our quests done. Our quest for the day is to kill 15 creatures. Very easy to do with any deck. This Graveyard Bash deck tends to be pretty aggro, so hopefully we'll be able to get some kills in there. And I'm already at 6,500 gold, so 29,450 later, I'll be opening 36 packs. So if you want to see that in the future, don't forget to subscribe. You'll get notified in like YouTube when it says there's a new video. I try and do this. I mean, I play the game every day, so super fun. I love what they're doing with this arena game, especially if they enter like a chat system in here where I can have a guild or friends. I like this hand. It's got some removal into a Vampire Sovereign. Depending on what we're playing against, this might work out. Healer's Hawk? No? A Novice Knight. Okay. And I got no first turn play. That's fine. But I can take care of that Novice Knight with like some of the removal I have in here. He's playing. This is also a starter deck that you get. He's going to beef up this Novice Knight with some enchantments, which is kind of cool because enchantments are like auras, kind of interesting. Murder handles all of the enchantments he wants to put on that Novice Knight pretty handily. I just murder it, and it's gives me some nice card advantage. Yeah, let's do this guy. No attackers yet. No. So I got my Deathbloom Thallid down. If he kills that, I still get a token. He can't attack with the Novice Knights just yet, and I'm not going to jump the gun and do any murdering, because at this point I've got a flyer, and I should be able to fly right over him. Now he is going to have, I think this deck that he's playing comes with a card called On Sarah's Wings, which gives a creature flying and like +3/+3 or something, but he doesn't have the mana for that. Alright, let's hang on to everything we have. I think we might need to murder something. In 9 turns from now, I just might win the game. We'll see what happens. He was thinking about something. Luminous Bombs, huh? That's dumb. Okay, which means this creature can't attack or block due to Luminous Bonds. And there's nothing I can do about it, so this deck, for all the graveyard synergy it wants to have, doesn't have anything that can reach into the graveyard and retrieve a creature. Or, I mean, sacrifice a creature to, like, get rid of those. It does have things that can retrieve a creature from the graveyard, but I can't sacrifice it. Where's the... Well, let's do another Thallid here and start attacking. Maybe next turn. Unless he does more things to mess with my creatures. What does this Ceratops do? Whenever it's dealt damage, so he can protect his Ceratops. That would not be great. Oh, you know who gets murdered? I don't even think... Yep, he just... So that's going to make all of his aura and equipment spells one less. And we'll just attack him. See what he's got. See if he wants to block or let some of this through. Okay. Now he's hoping I throw my Saprolings at him so he can block and get counters on his Siegehorn Ceratops there. But I'm not going to do that. We are instead going to murder the Satyr Enchanter before he can get any counters. You know, let's attack. Maybe I can bait him into blocking. Let's see what he does. Nope, he's going to take the damage. And now, I've done this before where I've done a murder and a reaction to the Satyr, but they still get the card. So, we're going to murder him on my turn, even though it's an instant. Now he can't. At least with that Satyr, he can't get card advantage on me. And this is a game where... Ooh. Alright. That's fine. That's great. an instant. Okay, so I'm going to have to Strangling Spores on Shalai because everything else is hexproof. So oh, it does! Shalai prevents the Vampire Sovereign from working. That's amazing. So let's not attack, and let's do a combat juke. I want to attack with my Vampire Sovereign next turn and see how he handles that, blocking or not. Because he doesn't have life gain. Unless he does his stupid Luminous Bonds garbage again. Okay, so got a few options here. And I can't target the Brood of the Horns. I can't do anything. Good. Excellent. Okay. So mental note, don't block with Shalai ever. It never works out for you. You do get one for free in this deck that he's playing. And with all the Selesnya, Boros, Shalai's everywhere right now. If you build a few with your early on Sarah's Wings, you're totally fine with that. Go ahead and attack. It's a good move. Does he have lifelink? Oh, well, that's... Let's see if he has a buff. He may have a buff. You know what would go well in this deck too with the Gravediggers is a Ravenous Chupacabra, where you play it and start killing creatures. I think you do get one in the... It's a deck called... I think it's called Eternal Thirst that they give you. Yeah, see, this is the point of the deck right here. Now he's going to ramp up this Siegehorn Ceratops. And you don't have to worry about any other knights, right? No, other knights are not present right now. Okay, so now we have an issue. Let's drop the 9-3. Okay. So let's not attack. This is a problem. I wish I had a murder back for it, but I feel like I had to use my murder, and I used it appropriately. And as you can see, this is Graveyard Bash, just how it comes, holding its own against the enchantment. I forget what the name of this deck is. It's actually one of my favorites that they give you. I like it a lot. Knightly Valor, that is the right move. Now it's also a knight, right? No? Oh, that's not the one that turns him into a knight also. So I don't have to worry about this druid somehow benefiting from History of Benalia next turn. Thank the goodness. And if what I'm seeing is right, I don't get anybody that benefits from my Death Baron at all. They're all vampires. There are no... There's one zombie. Woo. Is this guy also a knight? It's a legendary. Knight's Pledge. No, so it doesn't actually turn into a knight. And then these... He's got 3 knights here, but he just made one. With... That's a good combo. Okay, so... How is this going to play out? That's a beast. These other knights are about to get +2/+1. They don't lifelink though. I'm going to drop my Death Baron. And I believe we wait. He attacks with the Ceratops. I can gang block it. I'll chump block. And then I'll chump block these with my tokens. And then this will make a 3/3 zombie, which I'm not blocking with a Death Baron. That'd be silly. This would be a pretty scary attack if he does it. Of course, I could use the Gravedigger to get the Doomed Dissenter out, just like I was talking about. Maybe we'll get to see that this game. And I can create an army of... I don't like this at all. Who's he taking? The Vampire Sovereign? Yeah, it's a good call. That vigilance is going to be a pain. There's not too much defense against flying, and I think I've only got one more murder in the whole deck, so I've used 2 of them. There's one, there's the other. Not really worried about those knights. There's only 1 history Benelli in the deck, unless he made more. But I gotta think that if he made more histories, he would have put them in. He wouldn't be playing the deck as it is. So let's see what happens here. I could take 9. I'm gonna take. Well, I don't want to take this damage. He could combat juke, but he's not gonna. I'll put Yargle in the graveyard. I'll put Doomed Dissenter in the graveyard. I'm not taking all this. No. Sometimes the card pop-up gets in the way of where you're blocking, so if you just click on the creature, it removes the blocking just so you can kind of see what else is going on. That's it. This guy didn't have first strike, did he? Good. And now which one do I get? Do I get the Dissenter back? I'm going to go with the Yargle. I think Yargle's the right play. And I don't have a hand. But my zombies all have Death Touch. So maybe he won't put that together. He will, but maybe he won't. See, he might try and block with it. I forget this all the time. The Death Baron also gives them Death Touch. And he's not looking at Death Baron right now, so oh, there he goes. You can see the white border around it. That means he's looking, he's inspecting the card, so to speak. So there goes my dude. Which is cool. And Gravedigger's also a zombie. So if I just hit him with zombies and drop Yargle, I may be able to thin out his board state a little bit and come away with one. Another brood of the house. This is where there's a gatekeeper. Okay. He's coming at me with some knights. I'm going to go ahead and block. He might have a tactical advantage in there, and he might be trying to juke me. We'll see what he does. Or he might just be trying to sneak through with some damage. That's fine, too. Here we go. We're just going to attack with zombies. I'm already at 9. And he's healing 5 every turn, so this is not working out for me. I can start blocking now. He's going to gain 5 anyway. I might as well block with my dude. What am I hoping for to take care of that? Oh, that was done. That's why I haven't been doing that. Yeah, open the graves. That's what I was hoping for. But now this changes everything, doesn't it? And I was going to block with the Ceratops, because these aren't all zombies. Oh, he can't. Zombie, zombie, zombie. So he blocks with the Ceratops, whatever he blocks with is dead. That's fine, so I get a 2-2, which becomes a 3-3. 7 and 7 is 14. He's going to have to block with his... A lot of lifelink in there. So I need to kill that Ceratops, for sure. or the game is officially over. Oh, poop. It's 14. Not gonna do it. Nope, he can take it all and be at 2, and then kill me next turn. There used to be a card that would give him all menace also. That was pretty terrible. But like I said, if there was a little more zombies in here, like if all these vampires were zombies, this deck would be really amazing. For now, it's good. I don't mind the loss. That's fine. Go for it, dude. King Airy. It's fine. It's fine. Doesn't hurt my feelings at all. Totally fine with that. Let's see how we did as far as creature destruction, though, because that's our quest for the day, so I don't... We got the 13 out of 15 of our quest with 1 game, and we still haven't won yet. That's pretty telling. While we wait, go ahead and if you like what you see, hit the like button, the thumbs up action. Subscribe if you want to see the little number of videos that I post. I try and do 1 a day. Oh, we got Skulduggery. That's a cool combat juke. I love it. Man. Okay, I'm going to hang on to it. Could you imagine if in the previous game we could rise from the graves on his Shalai? That would have been cool. And you can Luminous Bonds all you want. She doesn't have to attack. Oh, he's got a shock. See how it keeps pausing his... pausing the priority? It's like, do you want a shock, sir? Yeah, he's got it. So a lot of my creatures are susceptible to shock. Except he will be leery of shocking a Deathbloom Thallid because I will be getting a Saproling out of the deal. And at this level, you don't see a lot of like board clears, like Deafening Clarions and Cannonades. Cannon Buster, I forget what it's called. Hey, there's my Gravewaker. That would have changed the game last time. I know you... Oh, he might have a Lightning Strike. No, you got it, buddy. Of course, they might be playing the mono-red Dragon's Fire deck as a starter. You know, look at the rating. This bronze. This is a brand new player. So, you know, if that's the case, that deck is tough to get going. Though this one doesn't look like it's much fun. This is a slow draw. Onaki Ogre. That is from the Dragon's Fire deck. Of course, against this deck, he's going to pop some dragons here pretty soon. This is a way too slow of a start for that. I'm going to save my... I'm going to drop my 4. If he attacks, I don't know if I'm going to block with my Thallid just yet. I might wait till I draw some more lands and then surprise him with the Gravewalker. And then make Saprolings out of the deal. Keep bringing them back. 7 casting, 3/2 comes into play tapped, but when it dies, I get a Saproling. He's also got those shocks, and I know he's got them, so he could shock. I would take care of the Infectious Horror if it was me. Havoc Devils is tricky to deal with. It tramples. Well, obviously I'm gonna take care of that guy. And take what, 5? That's fine. Well, now I'm gonna take 6 of that, right? Yeah. Well, 8 rather. Okay, so check this out. I'm going to use Skulduggery if he gang blocks. This will be kind of fun. Yep. There's the gang block. Damage freeze. Target a creature you control. So I want my Infectious Horror to get the +1 and one of his opponent creatures to die. So now if he attacks, I could block the Onaki Ogre with the Walking Corpse. But I think he's got more direct damage in there than he's letting on. 6 mana, he could drop a Lathless, which I have an Open the Graves that I want to use on that creature. So if I pull a Murder or some other removal, I want to remove his big creature and then take it for myself and walk away with an easy win. Although I took a beating earlier. It's not ideal. There's nothing in the graveyard, is there? Well, we don't have the money for that, dude. Or the money. Okay, we're gonna do this, and we're gonna take 4. I'm really tired of taking 4. Okay, there's my 5th mana. Let's drop another Thallid. Of course, at this point, he can just fly right over me. I don't like this at all. This was just too slow of a start. So normally this deck's a little faster than this. If you get your, like a Diregraf Ghoul, Doomed Dissenters out, and then you get your Deathbloom Thallid on turn 3. Remember, I started with only turn 3 plays, so it didn't work out. He could be in business for a game changer here. If he doesn't cook any of my dudes... So if this is a shock or something, and he kills my Deathbloom Thallid and sneaks in for 4 again, the game is over. If he doesn't do that, and I've got to play. Yeah, he doesn't have any hard removal. There's one. I think there's a Spit Flame in there, but that's all he's got. So now I can start attacking. Unless he saved a creature with haste, maybe? I don't know that there's anything other than Pyromantic Pilgrim in that deck, and maybe only 2 of those, so I think I'm going to be okay. No, there it is. Well, cracks. Of course he had it. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not upset about this at all. Wins are not easy to come by right now, and that's okay with me. Got my quest done, so I could buy some packs. I mean, if I was doing it, I could buy 7 packs, but I want to do something different, where I buy a whole bunch of packs all at once. Let's get into the 3rd game and see if we can't get a decent draw, and see if there's something we can win. Normally, slower games, if you're playing against a slow deck, they will favor this black deck, unless it's a control deck, then you're toast. Not a lot of early plays again, so why don't we take a mulligan? I like having a murder, but then no plays for 3 turns is not great. Hopefully we get something. Again, no plays for 3 turns, but I don't want to go down to 5. So we'll have to keep it. Yeah, I'm drawn to a murder. That's fine with me. This could end badly. Okay. Seriously, I was fearing the ever-present Steel Leaf Champion Llanowar Elf turn 2. I guess it's not good. 4. That's still not very good either. Let's do this guy. And this will at least keep him from attacking with his elves. And the Sentinel's pretty much a solid attacker year-round. He's just gonna murder that mammoth. Sorry, dude. You are extinct. That's how it goes sometimes. Today's an example of this is just not going well. not going well for me right now, and that's okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to drop a Thallid, not Yargle, so I can Skulduggery this Baloth, whatever. And go for it. That's a fungus. That's fine. You can have a 3/3. So this, he's going to attack for sure. It's got vigilance. He's not thinking about combat jukes. That is unfortunate. Let's do it. So I'm gonna do it to save my dude. And I'm gonna have to take the 5. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, now I'm a little more defensive, and again I got out aggroed. Okay, I'm gonna do this. That just gives him a rabid bite target. I wonder if he's playing Forest Might. Nope, Blanchwood Armor is not being included in Forest's Might. I do need another murder. We'll block here. You don't trample, so we'll also block here. And that will end the game quickly for us, won't it? Here's that guy with flash we were talking about. Yeah, let's just play on our turn and pass it along. Attack for 2. Definitely gonna block for 1 here. That's gonna happen. Oh, yeah, okay. 1 blocker. Ice Apperling. And more swamps, okay. What do you suppose he's got there? A Titanic Growth? Bet you that's exactly what it is. Well, this game is becoming more difficult to find wins also. Yep. There's a little combat juke there on your turn. And now I die. And I die and I die. That's the night we're having. Any help? A swamp. 9 swamps later. Why couldn't we play to the first one who got 9 swamps? Good game, buddy. Good game. Alright, let's do one more game with this deck. See if we can't get a win. Find the win condition in there. It is difficult to come by without some upgrades, but 0 wins. This will be the 4th game in with Graveyard Bash. Boy, it's really like getting bashed about the face and neck by other more thought out decks. It's fine. It's fine. Of course, I don't think you can make any upgrades to it right away. But to... I don't like this very much either. I'm going to hang on to it, because I think we'll draw into a couple of lands and have a 5th turn Yargle, and a good blocker, and then a 2/2. Well, we'll see what happens. And I got the Gravedigger, so I can Gravedigger out my Dissenter again and see what happens. Or maybe we're playing against the mirror deck, and we can see one of us will win for sure. That will definitely happen. Nope. Not the mirror deck. This is a life game deck, and I don't think that favors us very well at all. Of course, I could block and sneak out a 2/2. Johnny's welcome. No Pride Mate yet. I'm happy about that. And no attack. There's no point in attacking because he could just take it and then hit me back on the crackback for 2 lifelink. This Vampires is a much better way to go here. Yeah, I'm gonna block because I want to get that 2/2 out there. I'm watching game 3 live. Okay. Oh yeah. This is zombies versus vampires. Vampires are going to win. Vampires are strong right now. This is highly unfortunate. Especially if he's got the vampires that just do nothing but make more vampires the entire time. It's quite maddening. But you see what I mean? You could easily upgrade this deck with more Gravediggers, more Dissenters, more Death Barons, other zombies. Now, if I play my cards right, literally, I could probably hit Strangling Spores on the Legion Lieutenant and sneak away with a few. You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to attack. See how he blocks. Of course, if he takes all of this, then I'm not going to Strangling Spores anybody. If he starts trying to block down... Yeah, see this? Check this out. I'm going to Strangling Spores this guy. So now I kill all three of his creatures. And I get 2 more 2/2s out of the deal, which is if I had more Death Barons. So instead of like Yargle, or actually I would keep this in the deck if I was just going to keep doing the same thing with it. And I would drop Death Barons, and then you have all these guys are 3/3s, 4/4s, 5/5s, whatever the case. It gets pretty beefy and pretty tough to deal with. Plus he's a little mana screwed, so I'm not upset about that at all. Each opponent discards 2 cards. Okay. Do those 2. And he just quits because we got too much pressure on the board. So first of all, finally we got a win, and second of all, with a few tweaks, this deck could actually be pretty good. It's not one of the ones that I don't like. I kind of like it. Anyways, we got a win. All right, let's claim that prize. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one. See y'all later. Don't forget to subscribe.